Okay, now it should all be working. Fine. I hope. Fingers crossed. Hey, it's working! Yay! Sorry about that. So people that are in the VOD that don't know, sorry, but I had a bit of a problem. I have no clue what happened, but the BRB screen just wouldn't disappear for some reason. I'm really sorry about that. Thank you. Oh dear. So I had to quickly exit, so then I lost all of that progress, but oh well. It's fine anyway. Well done, dude. It's nothing really, I just had to open up all the options inside my my recorder, and then I had to go see why it is the screen wasn't changing. Then I had to go reload the whole screen, and then after reloading the whole screen I had to go edit it out, because what happened was the overlay wasn't working properly. So what happened was the screen that was supposed to be underneath ended up staying up top and was frozen for some reason, which I have no idea why that is. But put it in simple terms, it's just basically kind of just turning it off and on again,
and
kind of.
So it was that Atlasdan was founded some 2 centuries ago.
And yeah, it's all of this. Should I just skip this? Or do you guys want to see what he's talking about?
But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Therese?
I think it was...
Honestly, I would love to do some voice acting for us.
Now.
But my nose is just completely blocked.
There's no shame.
Like, I'm really sorry if you have to hear this, but it gets to a point where sometimes I have to stop breathing through my mouth, which is terrible, I know. Oh, thank you very much.
In your textbook.
It's mostly just because, well, I'm pretty sure, well, you live in England, so you should know. It's freezing down here. Or down here, up here. Like, oh.
Yes, Professor.
And people that know me know that I get cold extremely, extremely easily. Like, to a point where during summer, I'll just be covered in, like, a giant black coat. So winter, I basically end up almost freezing to death. I have points where I just go into hibernation.
I believe it was Hornberg.
Sadly, won't be able to stay too long. Heading into Wales in the morning. Oh yes, I completely understand. I hope you have a fun trip in Wales.
That is correct.
Oh man, it's going to be awful in Wales with this weather. I say this weather, I mean that it's freezing cold. I've never actually been to Wales, despite how close I am. Wales is one of the few places I've never been to, but my older brother has. And he's told me nothing but terrible things about it.
On the other hand,
he also told me the disappointing truth about there being no whales in Wales. Oh, that was a terrible joke. That was a terrible joke because it was an obvious joke. Going to do a job with Dad. Usually the red coat, but sad things happen to it. Yeah. Oh, I hope hope your job with your father goes well.
Who can tell me how many clans lived in the
Wales is not
flatlands
too
and-
far, thankfully, but it still is.
The history
It still is
says
quite a
that
journey.
many clans did live in the flatlands in those days.
I mean, I usually go
Your Highness.
to Scotland quite a few times. I think about 4 times a year, maybe, probably more. And the journey there is really, really long. It's usually about 8 hours, but we usually bring like a whole bunch of stuff with us. Like we'll bring like a box of pizza. Or I say we usually buy on the way like a box of pizza or something. Just eat on the way. Thanks, I hope it goes well too. 4-hour drive. 4-hour drive. You should go Australia. Phew, Australia. No. Actually, yeah, Australia. Australia. The journey to Australia takes it's somewhere between 23 hours and a day, sometimes even more. Like Australia, ooh wee. Of course, that's including like topping off halfway for fuel and stuff.
These lands some 2 centuries ago.
But yes, Australia is extremely
At the
far
time,
away.
the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland.
I know quite a few people that are from Australia, and every time
This compelled the warring tribes to
every
put
time
aside their
they talk
differences and
to me
unite
about
against
Australia,
their common
it's always about
foe.
how heckin' dangerous it is there. Like they talk about how like a poisonous snake just
But we'll
walked past
pick
their
up where we
house,
left off next time.
or how they were swimming and they saw like what's it called? A box jellyfish, I'm pretty sure it's called. We just saw one of those just floating about, and if you don't know, a box jellyfish has one of the most poisonous stings, or worst stings ever. So
Don't forget to read chapters.
I'm pretty sure
3
they
and 4
they
before
showed
our
me
next lecture.
a pretty funny image where it's just it's like a stick figure image where an Australian it's his daily routine. He basically wakes up and he sees a snake on his bed. Oh, sorry, snakes can walk. No, I mean sliver. Sorry, sorry about that. But yeah, he wakes up. He sees a snake on his bed. He just throws his duvet over and goes, "Oh no, a snake!" And then he walks out of his room for breakfast. He pours his cereal bowl, and there's like what was it that came out? I think it was like a lizard, a poisonous lizard comes out, and he's like, "Oh no." And then he like sweeps the bowl away, and then he goes to put shoes on, and inside his shoes are like a whole bunch of poisonous spiders, and then he just goes, "Oh no." And then in the end he's just like, "Life in Australia, I guess."
And be prepared to answer questions on any
I hope
of
this isn't rude to people who live in Australia. And these are things that friends of mine from Australia have shown me, so.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture.
But yes, I'm pretty sure that anyone who's heard of Australia knows just how dangerous it is there. Although just because something is dangerous doesn't mean that it cannot be fun.
Splendid.
Although I have to say, usually my trips to Japan are a lot worse than the one that I had to Australia. Oh yes, the radar.
Greetings.
The reason why my trips to Japan were worse is usually I just find the trip to Japan way more tiring than it was for Australia, strangely enough. Although I guess because Australia, there was a lot of sleeping involved. Whilst Japan, I don't know why, I just find it really hard to sleep. Especially once I'm actually in Japan. When I was actually in Japan, I just could not sleep. Although I guess I'm usually like that anyway, because people that know me know that I suffer from quite terrible insomnia. I don't want to get into too much details about it, but But pretty much I just find I didn't come down the stairs from that side, but okay. But yeah, usually I just find it really hard to just sleep. Like I'll usually just stay up until about like 2, maybe 3 if that. Sometimes I won't even get any sleep. But then there's points in the month where I'll just hibernate. I'll pretty much just be like knocked out for a whole day, and it's probably the most I've ever felt amazing. Because usually if I do manage to get sleep at an okay time, I just end up feeling really bad. I'm not sure if other people have ever felt like that.
But of course.
But yeah, this is just him talking about his theory on hamburgers' religion. Sleep is for the weak. Grimrai sometime last week. Yeah, I do say that quite a lot because it's true. Only the weak sleep. If you think about it, why do you need to sleep? To rest. Why do you need to rest? Because you're too weak to carry on. See, it all works. It all works out.
Indeed.
I've done the math. Well, some of it. Sadly, I gotta go, dude. It was lovely listening to you. Oh no, it's completely fine. See you later. Thank you very much for staying as long as you did. Honestly, I'm surprised anyone stays as long as they do and hear me talk. Well, thank you so much again. See you later. Hope you have a lot of fun in Wales and hope the job goes well. Bye. I'll just be here having a lovely, neat life. Oh yes, if you do not know, I'm not sure if I should say this because a lot of people generally hate this. Hate these kinds of people. But yes, I am a NEET. And one key thing I always say is, no, I shouldn't say actually. I probably shouldn't say stuff like that live. No problem, dude. See ya. Thank you. No problem. Bye again.
The truth is...
But yes, I am a NEET, so I do generally just stay at home all day, either playing video games, reading manga, watching anime, or just sleeping. But my goodness, is it a glorious life being a NEET? Of course I'm not going to shame anyone who isn't a NEET or say you should be a NEET. I'm just saying it's quite fun.
pleasure.
Why, thank you.
Indeed.
So what has been going on, Ben, recently? Speaking of anime, there's a whole Shield Hero debacle. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it, but there seems to be, I say a lot, quite a few people angry about Shield Hero. One example, well, this didn't technically show anger, but they did show some sign of distaste about it, sorry. And that was, heck, what's it called, like anime feminism or something? Some Twitter group like that. And they basically said that they'll refuse to review it for some reason. I know that it caused quite a lot of talk because of what happened in it with a certain type of accusation. Personally,
Therese.
Personally, these topics should get some light on it. Like any topic should get light on it.
Yes. Do you have a question for me?
I'm a firm believer that censoring something such as that is just wrong. Like, you should never censor sensitive topics, because that's how sensitive topics stay sensitive. But there's that whole thing about that worker in Square Enix, that poor man who I won't go into detail because really it is quite horrible what happened to him. But yeah, quite a lot of awful, horrible things happened to him by a co-worker, and in the end, he is the one who got fired, and he is the one who's not going to be credited for his work with Kingdom Hearts 3, which is just really, really sad. That's oh well. I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean, like, there's nothing much that can really happen, sadly, after something like that happens. Oh, that poor girl. She kind of looks like Sophia from I was about to say Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What on earth am I talking about? From Fire Emblem 6, The Binding Blade. I don't know where I got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 from. I want to talk about Knight. Don't think I forgot. I know I have a bad memory.
Hello.
But I didn't seem to forget this night. Hope he has something good for me. But he had nothing for me. What was the point of him having text if he literally had nothing to say to me that was quite important? Oh well. So far the map seems a bit strange. What I mean by that is the map is nice, but it doesn't really show exactly how the area is formed. Like, it doesn't show me a bridge here, it doesn't show me like there's a wall over here or anything like that. It just shows me like where where something is, which I guess is supposed to be. I guess it might be used later on for like dungeons and stuff, so you can't just tell exactly how to get to a certain place. Well, that's just my guess. Just south of here lies the castle town. It's a lively place. Oh, I thought you had to. Oh wait, whoops! It's you. Oh wait, no, this is a save point. Oh, awesome. Well, I better hope now that the game is working properly, because I just saved.
Hello there. Sure is raining.
No, there's nothing there. I do like the radar. It's a bit weird though. Like in a game like this to have a radar. Oh, you imagine? And you won't talk to me. Okay, man. I see how it is. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, I guess I'll just go carry on with the story. Usually with RPGs when you just started.
It's me, Cyrus.
It does not like exactly have the whole game open up to you, which is fine. I understand. They mostly want you to go through the whole tutorial of things and everything. Although although I haven't actually played the game, I do know how it works. I've heard that it's extremely close to Bravely Default, but yet different. It has a whole like braking system to it. Which is pretty interesting. You guys will see as soon as we get to a fight. At least I hope we get to a fight before the stream ends. We've got about half an hour left, or well, less than half an hour. But still, I better get cracking through these cutscenes, these dialogue. Sorry.
With pleasure.
Actually...
Speaking of books, recently I've been reading a book. It's called, what was it called? Something like, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's a really good book. It's not anything like I expected it to be, the actual book, but either way it still is really good. I was expecting it to be a bit more of like a psychological kind of horror. I've been trying to look for a good psychological kind of horror thing recently, but it's a really good book, surprisingly good book, and surprisingly famous book. I've never actually heard of it, but after looking into it a bit more, I found out it's actually quite well known. In fact, to a point where it has its own game, which I'm quite surprised on. But yeah, it's a very interesting book about. I'm not well knowledgeable about the Cold War, but it's basically about like the Cold War if like bombs did drop and the world basically went to hell. It's basically like a post-nuclear apocalyptic world, similar to like how Fallout and Rage and stuff like that is. The new Far Cry's, speaking of post-apocalyptic, the new Far Cry is going to be like that, isn't it? It's going to be post-apocalyptic. Forget what it's called. But isn't it like a sequel to the end of 5, which ended with like a nuclear bomb strike? I think. I don't know. I'm not much of a Far Cry fan, sadly. I'm really sorry to people that are fans. I don't want to say by completely dislike the game. I know they are quite for that dumb fun first person shooter kind of game, which is fine. I can see the appreciation of those kinds of games. I know it has like quite a lot of comedic humour to it, like with the games, like with you being able to complete the games all in about 10 minutes. I think it's all the games you can complete in about 10 minutes. Like it has the whole thing of you waiting next to or where the final boss tells you to wait, or main villain I should say. Like he tells you to wait whilst he does something, and then if you wait for about 10 minutes he ends up coming back, and then you win the game.
My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
I'm generally not much of a first-person shooter fan, sadly. I mean, Cyberpunk though. Cyberpunk's probably going to be an exception because that looks.
I made my hypothesis.
Ooh, that looks terrific! Oh my goodness, Cyberpunk. I honestly cannot wait for that game. It looks so good. And of course, you can always trust CD Projekt Red to always just come up with an amazing game that won't be corrupted with like microtransactions and all that hoo-ha. Yeah, I've seen the secret ending. Pretty silly if you ask me. Also, hi, I'm back. Oh boy, Octopath. I'm also busy with that ATM. Hello, Happy. It's great seeing you. Yeah, Far Cry is quite silly. I wish I played some more of it. I've only played Far Cry 4. It was fun, but I generally got quite bored of it. Not the game's fault though. It's mostly just I'm not personally a fan of first-person shooters, sadly.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster.
But again, Cyberpunk, I think that's just going to be an exception.
You are to share nothing. That wisdom is for the Academy and the
Funny enough, with Red Dead Redemption 2, I do like playing in first person. Started with Hanet and recruited Farion now, doing his first. Oh, that's awesome! This is the first time I'm actually playing Octopath Traveler. I've heard quite a bit of it. I've heard how the gameplay is just extremely unique for an RPG, and I just can't wait to get into the actual game. I just need to get past these cutscenes. Don't worry, guys. I am reading it. He's talking about how they're basically kind of like in the middle of a debate kind of thing. He's called them up, and
knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again.
Oh, cool. I should avoid the spoilers,
else you need of
so
me?
I'm not necessarily paying attention to that. Hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah, I would prefer avoiding spoilers. Not to be rude, of course.
Wait, there was one last.
I'm not a fan of spoilers, but it's okay if you may want to help me with something, like give me a tip, but don't tell me something that would like ruin the game. Like say, oh, but this character dies or something. But if you tell me a tip like, oh, if you go up here, then you get this super special item. I don't mind that so much, per se. That's fine in my book. And well, so far, I enjoy the game. I kind of actually need to play it. So far, I've only walked around a bit, but the game definitely looks beautiful. Like, I don't think there's ever been an RPG that's looked this beautiful.
Excuse me.
What's the matter?
Oh, she's gonna screw me over. I see you happy playing as well. Now I started playing as well, so I'm not the best help when it comes to that. Oh, it's fine anyway. It's more fun to find out about a game by yourself. And I went the completely wrong way. I'm sorry.
Can I help you?
He's hoping to actually get into a fight before I have to end the stream.
My apologies.
Say it is not so.
Actually,
Oh no, someone stole the tome.
Aho!
Oh dear, are we about to go Sherlock Holmes on this now? I believe it was the butler in the kitchen with a lead pipe. But going back to first person. Oh yes, I was talking about Red Dead Redemption. Yes, but with Red Dead Redemption, strangely enough, I like playing in first person. Despite me not liking first person shooters, I like playing Red Dead Redemption in first person. I guess because it's because it helps like bring you into the whole world, like the whole experience of it all. It's very nice. I do like Red Dead Redemption a lot, but I'm also glad it didn't win Game of the Year because, not to be rude, but to Red Dead Redemption fans, but it does not deserve Game of the Year. It does a lot of things right. I do love
Leave it to me.
a lot about it, but there's also quite a lot that's not the best about it. Like, the main mechanics of it are very, very, Rockstar's kind of got a bit of Bethesda kind of thing with them, where they don't really like upgrading too much. Like the whole combat system and everything is pretty much just it's pretty much just GTA 5. Although I do like Red Dead Redemption more than GTA 5. That's probably because I'm not quite GTA 5 I find is a lot more forcing with at least the online is a lot more forcing with like violence and sexual tendencies, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, that I'm just personally not a huge fan of. Ooh. Let's see now. Oh my goodness, it seems it seems I'm playing Ace Attorney now. Looks like all my years of playing Ace Attorney have finally come to help me out. And it looks like that I went outside just to go back inside. How very strange. Everything always comes back to Ace Attorney. In some way, shape, or form. Like, the new Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse. It's a really good movie, by the way. I would definitely advise seeing it if you ever get the chance. But there's a scene where it feels very much like Ace Attorney. I'm pretty sure someone actually screenshot it and put it right next to Ace and Apollo. Ace, Phoenix Wright and Apollo. And it's really funny. But yeah, the main rule of life, everything always comes back to Ace Attorney. Mostly crimes. Because usually crimes end up going into, you end up having to go to a judge, and then you have lawyers around, and then it always ends up like Ace Attorney. Except not quite, because Ace Attorney does not actually work like true law, sadly.
Splendid.
Secure the evidence. I need to solve the case. Okay. Who possesses the key to the archives?
But of course.
Okay then. So it doesn't seem that this deduction works quite like Ace Attorney, sadly. It seems more like just do you remember who? Do you remember the right answer? If so, then answer out of two options, which isn't bad. But oh wait, no, there's more questions at least. Whose key was used to unlock the archives? No?
Not exactly.
Well, I wonder. I could either choose the guards or the guards. Ooh, this is very tricky. Oh, I thought he was talking about like overall, because he was talking about bringing tomes out of it from time to time.
Oh. No.
I'm pretty sure this is pretty obvious. Multiple choice of nothing to choose from. Exactly. Oh, that reminds me in Pokemon of what I like to call the invisible choice. Or not just Pokemon. This happens in quite most games where they give you an invisible choice, where they give you stuff like a yes or no option, or like they give you multiple options, but you keep pressing any of the other options, they will never work, and you'll have to press this one option that he's talking about.
Which means that...
Dun dun dun!
Yes.
Wow, thanks for thanks for all the choices. Again, this time we didn't even get it wrong. It just came up with one choice. I don't know why it even had a choice there. So you could have just carried on. But okay. That's pretty nice. I do like the deduction kind of stuff. I do hope we actually fight him though, because there's about 7 minutes left before I have to end the stream. So, and I kind of want to get a fight in to show off the combat. Ooh, maybe there's a creature in there, hopefully.
Now then.
Oh my goodness. I understand, game. I need to go underground. Can I have controls back now, please? Yep, I know to save game. Thank you very much. Okay, so maybe this is a dungeon. I hope it's a dungeon. Yes! Okay, come on, let's get one fight in. I'll also steal some of his stuff. Perfect. Oh, here we go.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Okay, here we go. Now, this is the first time I've really seen this. So, exploit your foe's weakness to turn the tide of battle in your favour. Cyrus can utilize staves, fire magic, combat. Yes, I know, right? Just in the nick of time. And ice magic in battle. Search scholar skills, or choice fireball or ice wind to see the spells in action. Once he can use more weapons, select attack and choose the one you want to use with the direction buttons. Okay, that seems pretty easy. Let's try a normal attack. Oh, I broke it. You gain 1 boost point, BP, per turn. You can speed up to 3 BP to boost your character 3 levels of power. To use the boost mode, you will not gain any BP on the following turn. Oh, if you use it. Okay, so just press the R button.
An interesting dilemma.
Here we go now. Oh, should I? Oh, it's time to break him with fire.
Oh, flames!
Bang!
Throw!
I think that was a lot. I'm not sure. That seemed like a lot. Okay, let's break him again. And let's go for some ice. Okay, that did marginally less.
Thus ends your lesson.
But either way it worked, and we got a level up. And we got no items. I'm entering the level 25 area, on accident and got one shot by some random encounter. The RPG ways. But at least I showed some combat. I think that's probably going to be it for today. I'm sorry this stream was short. It kind of had a bit of technical problems at the beginning. Thankfully I managed to fix it, but thank you for watching, if indeed you still are. I hope I was able to entertain you all for quite a while. I hope you had a grand time watching all of this, and I hope to see you guys next time. Sorry to say this, but I hope it's not too much to ask, but I hope you guys do follow. It does help get the channel growing, and it does help me stay doing this for longer. But only if you found this fun or entertaining anyway. But anyway, I hope to see you all next time. I'm gonna quickly get my list out of followers. I think there's only one that came up today. Yeah, there's only one new follower, sorry. But shout out to JordyMZ. JordyMZ, he's someone that follows me on Twitter. He's an amazing person. But thank you very much. Thank you everyone else for staying and watching, and I hope to see you all next time. See you tomorrow for I think I'll probably mix it up. I'll probably have Kirby and Earthbound tomorrow. So see you guys later for that tomorrow. Bye.